Hello, we are back doing live readings tonight for the Offerings Oracle campaign, and we are $500 away from hitting our goal. Let me go ahead and turn live on Instagram. Oop. I'm uncomfy. Okay, there we go. Hi, everyone. We are getting caught up on this new, if you don't already know, this is a new cleansing spray from Tres en Lunas. It's called La Purísima, and it's a cleansing spray, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It smells amazing. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We are continuing with our readings from this morning. I'm getting caught up. If you would like a reading tonight, you can have one by donating to the Offerings, contributing to the Offerings Oracle Kickstarter campaign. The link is in my bio. I'm going to put a comment here and pin it. If you'd like a reading, please contribute. Welcome back, everyone, to the Offerings Oracle Kickstarter. Then comment with your name and Q. Okay, cool. Cool. So I'm going to start with the folks that I did not get to this morning. I gotta readjust the way I'm sitting. Okay, I'm starting with the folks that I did not get to this morning, starting with Sarah, no H. Let me pull up Sarah's question. Put on my glasses. Kenzie, Cynthia, Eden, Zoe, Violet. Here's Sarah. Okay. A general reading for Sarah. You got it. You got it. It is hard to hear me. For some reason, the sound on Instagram is terrible. So if you can't hear me, jump over to YouTube at Moonshadows TV. The sound is way better. Way better. Put it in the comments. Okay, I just put my YouTube handle. Hi, Mari. I just dropped my YouTube handle in the comments, so go find me on YouTube if you can't hear me, because the sound is annoying here. LOL. Hi, friends. Hello. All right, so we are going to begin with a general. Hi, Sarah. You're over here. Hi. A general reading for Sarah. Ooh, that's it. Okay. That was fast. Yes. Are we reading reversals? No. Okay. Start with the bottom. They want me to start with the bottom of the deck, where I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. My audio got better after an hour. That's fascinating. I don't understand how this works. LOL. Okay, so let's start with the Wheel of Fortune, and I'll tell you what the other cards are after. But the general vibe that I'm getting from all of the cards, plus this one, is that things are changing. Things are changing. Your luck is changing. Your luck is changing. Over here we have the Two of Wands and the Four of Swords, which is TBH one of my favorite cards. And what they're telling me is that like you've got a lot on your mind. There are a lot of things you want to do. There are a lot of things you want to do. You can see the potential, and it's almost frustrating to be able to see all of the things that you want to do and that you know you're capable of accomplishing. And I think something that a lot of folks have in common, especially neurodivergent folks, is that we get ideas and then we immediately want them to be done because they're amazing ideas. We want to be at the finish line. I'm okay. I thought of it. I'm ready for it to happen now. And that's just not the way it works. And that's okay. It's frustrating, but that's okay. Spirit wants you to know that like the only action you need to take right now is to lean into your inaction, is to like take a break. Take some rest. You are very much in a season of receiving at this time. You are being inundated with ideas and inspiration. And as much as you want to go for the gold right now, your job, according to your guides, isn't really to do anything other than to take it easy so that you can continue to receive these ideas. We go through different seasons. We go through seasons of receptivity and we go through seasons of action. And in these seasons of receptivity, if we don't allow ourselves the space to slow down, to chill out a little bit, to take it easy, then we miss some of the good shit that the spirits are sending our way. And they don't want you to miss a thing. They don't want you to miss a thing. Now's a really good time as all of these ideas are piling up in your mind to find a place for them to go. Dedicate a notebook to this. Dedicate a note in your notes app or on Notion or Google Docs, wherever it is, but let's get them all in one place. They don't need to be perfectly organized unless that's fun for you. Then go right ahead. But the most important thing is that you're getting it all down somewhere and you're letting your spirits know, like, I'm committing to this. I know I can't finish it right now. Some of this stuff I can't even start right now, but I do want this idea for myself and I do want to commit to it. They're also saying they're really proud of you. They're really excited for what's to come. And TBH, like the other reason they want you to lean into the restfulness of this time is that pretty much it's going to go balls to the wall pretty soon. Things are going to start moving and you're going to be busy. So enjoy this time of pause while you have it, because soon enough you're going to start building big things and you will be grateful that you took the time to rest leading up to this moment. Your spirits are also saying congratulations. So there's like big stuff coming for you. Cynthia, I have you on my list. Okay. Let's see. Midori, I'm adding you to the list right now. All right. Oops, I lost my place. Oh. Okay, let's see who's next. If you are just joining us and you would like a 2-card reading, please contribute to the Offerings Oracle Kickstarter campaign. If you've already contributed earlier in the campaign, you're welcome to go back and edit your contribution and throw in a few more dollars. There's no minimum, and then I can give you a reading tonight. All right, thank you, Sarah, and I'm really excited for you. Let's see. Next is Zoe Brown. Let me pull up the questions I saved from this morning. Zoe, are there any positive events that I can look forward to this year? Yes. Immediately before I even shuffled, your spirits are like, yes, yes, yes. Here's the thing they're saying. Are we going to pull cards? Maybe. Okay. For you, Zoe, here's the thing. Life is full of cycles. Life is full of cycles. And there's really no way to avoid the downs in life, because without them, we can't experience the ups. Okay, you know what this is reminding me of? Earlier today, one of my kids asked me, why isn't there just light? Why are there shadows too? Can there be light without shadows? And I was like, well, no, because light is what causes the shadows. So one can exist without the other. We can't have shadows without light. And it's unavoidable to have light without shadows. It's just not possible. Everything on this earth, at the very least, in the universe, potentially exists in balance. We cannot know our joy. We cannot truly know our joy without experiencing sadness, suffering, sorrow. And while there are going to be difficult things that happen this year, just as there are difficult things that happen every year, there are also going to be beautiful things that happen for you, Zoe. Beautiful things that happen for you. And you are in the process of making one of those beautiful things happen right now. Right now. And okay, they're gonna have me pull 2 cards now for something to look forward to. So that's it. Okay. Is this right? Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So I pulled for you, Zoe, the Strength card and the Knight of Cups. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. And what they're telling me is you're meeting someone who's going to excite you, who's intrigued by who you are and the way that you think and the way that you create, and who offers you a bit of inspiration in the way that they are so inspired by you. It kind of feels like muse energy, like you're going to be finding a muse, which I love for you because you're a writer, you're a storyteller, you're a creative. And every incredible creative needs or deserves a good muse, right? Especially somebody who thinks you're so amazing and is so enchanted by you. On the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords is telling me that this cycle of difficulties that you've been experiencing, especially the big stuff, it feels like it's coming to an end. And that doesn't mean that there won't be tough stuff in the future because, like I said, life is unpredictable. Shit does happen, but it feels like you've done a good job of ending something. You've done a good job of ending something. And TBH, it feels like some sort of spiritual block that you've burst through without even realizing it. Whatever efforts you are putting into like being you and living your life are what's done the work to bust through this block. And it's something that no one else could have done for you. Your spirit's like, you are incredible, you are beautiful, you are brilliant, you are talented, and you will experience the rewards. And you will experience the rewards of this good earth that this good earth has promised you. They said you're really going to start seeing the fruits of your labor this year. You are. And, something that all of the astrologers have been talking about lately, but the spirits talk about it too. Like, the year doesn't really begin until now. Like January, February, most of March, it's a wash. The new year really starts around this time. So you've got so much time ahead of you to start tasting the fruits. So enjoy. Thank you, Zoe. All right. Vanessa, I have you. Soul, I have you down. Next is Kim Brown. Let me find Kim's question from earlier. I was like, I'm going to put all of these on an Excel sheet, but I didn't. Scrolling through screenshots. Kim, I can't find your question, so I'm going to email you later. Since you're one of my regulars, I'll email you later and see what we can do. Email Kim. Lisa R. Everyone. Where's Lisa's question? All right, Lisa, I'm going to give you a general reading. Two cards. Hi, Mari. That's it. Okay, cool. Vanessa, I have you on my list. I don't know if I said that. All right. Are you doing reversals? Yes. Okay. So for Lisa, I pulled the Moon, the Five of Swords reversed, and the Two of Wands reversed. And what they're telling me is some things can only be known when the sun returns to the sky. Some things can only be understood by the light of the day. Someone has been untruthful with you. You've had a feeling for some time, a feeling that you've struggled to name, to understand. But there, calling your attention to it. There's no reason to seek the truth on your own. For all will be revealed to you shortly by the light of the day. Those who have been misleading will come to the surface on their own. You need not fear. For it is your good spirits who are encouraging them to come clean. We love you. Take a bath of salt. We love you. Drink water. Okay. Whew. That last one was for Lisa. Somebody on YouTube is asking. Okay, next is Christy. I just saw Christy over here. Let's see. Kenzie, Jasmine. Just saw it. Christy, okay. How can you support your son right now? You're welcome, Lisa. You're here. I'm glad you're here. That's it. Okay. Is this correct? No. Okay. Shuffle again. Is this the right deck? Yes. Yes. Okay. How can Christy best support Christy's son right now? That's it. Okay. Reversals? No. Okay. Two things they said with a little bit of discipline, a lot of tenderness. With a little bit of discipline and a lot of tenderness. On the bottom of the deck, I see the Six of Wands. And what they're telling me through this card is like, look, this current situation feels like struggle because it likely is one. But what we see on the other side of this is an optimistic outcome. They want you to trust your intuition. The things that you feel like you should be doing are likely exactly what your son needs. They're saying respond to him in kindness and warmth. But do not compromise your boundaries. Back to the Hierophant. They're saying like you really need to take care of yourself. You need to do the things, lean into the disciplines that help you support yourself. You need to do the things you are able to keep yourself well so that you are able to support your son well. For me, it is making sure I eat, making sure I'm hydrated, always carrying a water bottle with me, always carrying food in my bag. And it seems like silly, small things, but it's everything. It makes all of the difference in how I am able to respond, react, support my kids when I have food in my belly and water in me. They're also talking about meditation, and like meditation's different for everybody. For me, most of the time, I can't sit still in silence. It just doesn't work for my brain. I like to pray the rosary. I especially like to pray the rosary while I am driving. I especially like to play the rosary while I am driving when I am listening to my Motown playlist. And there's something about that amalgamation of stimulations happening that makes it possible for me to still drive safely, yes, but also to like receive messages from spirit that I desire, that I otherwise would not be able to get if I were just like sitting quietly in a space. But really, like taking care of you is the foundation for being able to offer your son the support that your son needs. And again, at the bottom of the deck, we have that Six of Wands who's telling us that like the outlook is optimistic. The outlook is optimistic. And the other thing they want to talk about, and this really feels like a combo of the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, responding to your son's needs based on what your son actually needs and not so much based on what you need, if that makes sense. Because we are completely different people from our kids. And, you know, when I'm upset, I want everyone to leave me alone. But when my kids are upset, they want to be held and rocked. One of my kids wants time, they need a little space, and then they want to be held like a baby. And my other child wants to be held immediately. And it's taken, you know, their entire lifetime for me to listen and pay attention to how to respond to what each of them needs as an individual, so that they know that I see them for who they are as unique humans. And that feels like a lot of what's coming through with these two cards together. So, my dear, take care of yourself, because if mom's not well, like everything else is a million times harder. And like, do whatever you can to make it easy for you. Like, for me, it's trail mix in my bag. Is it delicious? No. But when I'm starving, like I can't respond the way I know I need to respond in situations. So I do what I got to do. And I just want you to remember that like you being well is at the center of being able to support your son well. Okay. Thank you, Christy. Let's see. Bronche might be asleep, but I'm going to do Bronche's reading right now, and I'll send it to her later. How can I honor my truth while also closing a family cycle? Okay. Is this right, deck? Yes. That's it. Okay. Is this... Honor truth, close family cycle. All right, my friends. We have two majors here tonight. We have for honoring your truth, the Magician, and for closing the family cycle, Judgment. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. When it comes to closing the family cycle, here's the thing they're saying. You know the truth. You know exactly how things have been happening. Your perception of the situation is, of course, your own, right? We all see reality through our own perspectives, but you're not incorrect in the things that you are perceiving. You are not incorrect in the things that you are perceiving. And the spirits don't want you to let the feelings of others cloud your truth, dissuade you from holding your truth about the situation. More importantly, with the Judgment card here, the spirits are like, we're going to take care of it. We're going to take care of it. We're going to take care of it. Everything that must come to the light, certainly. Everything that must come to the light certainly will. Things can no longer be avoided. The truth always finds a way to come out. They said those who may need to hear it most are also likely the ones who will never accept it. This is no longer your burden to carry. But this is no longer your burden to carry. When it comes to honoring your truth, yeah, the sound on Instagram is terrible. If you can't hear me, go over to YouTube and listen and watch. I'm at Moonshadows TV on YouTube. I don't know why the sound is bad here. When it comes to honoring your truth, the magician is like, keep making magic. Like, you have been doing incredible things, and you've really built up this like fire behind you, this fire within you, and these opportunities continue to show up for you. And whatever's going on with your family cycle is not going to stop you from being fucking incredible. I mean, it can really get you down. It can really drag you down emotionally, energetically, physically, even, because all of these things are connected. But they can't stop you from being great. Your spirit's like, but they cannot stop you from being great. All this stuff that's going on, it might make it feel harder. Might make it harder, not just feel harder, might make it harder. But it's not going to stop you from being great, because being great is in your destiny. Because being great is in your destiny. There's no way to avoid it. And whether or not people come around and decide to embrace your greatness is not your problem. Because you will continue to find yourself surrounded by those who support you and your vision, and who have believed in you even when it felt like you didn't believe in yourself. Your spirit said we only go up from here. We only go up from here. Thank you, B. Now we're going to, I think, Violet. Drink some tea. Hi, Jocelyn. I have you on my list. You're coming up soon. It's Violet, Mackenzie, Leah, Jasmine, then Jocelyn. Okay. Yes, Van, that's correct. At Moonshadows TV on YouTube. I wish I could pin more than one comment. Okay, who am I on? Violet. Correct. Yeah. Arena, Lori, Sarah, Cora. Okay, I can't find Violet's question. Are you here tonight, V? No. Okay. Violet, I'm going to give you a general reading. I have to take these glasses off. I can't breathe. I just won't see. That's it. Okay. Ooh. Is it both of these or just this? Okay. No reversals. Okay. Okay, Violet. I have the Two of Pentacles for you, along with the Nine of Pentacles, along with the Fool. This is an exciting reading. Ooh, they're like, let's dig in. What are they saying? They're talking about how you have a lot on your plate right now. It can feel overwhelming some days. Trying to figure out what you can manage. They're saying pocketbook's been a little tight too. But what they see up ahead for you is an opportunity. And they pray that you take it. They pray that you take it. If you aren't sure if it's the right one, turn to your divination tools, to your good guides, and ask them to assist you in receiving clarity. But change is coming, but you must be the one who makes the first move. Change is coming, but you must be the one who makes the first move. You have to believe in yourself. They said, take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on yourself. Over and over again, I'm hearing it. Take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on yourself. Because whatever this idea, this opportunity is, it's the type of thing that you're excited to do. It's not the type of thing that you feel like you have to do out of obligation. And I feel like obligation is what you've been spending a lot of time trying to balance. Whatever this thing is that's coming is the type of thing that like lights your soul on fire. And it might not make sense to everyone. It might not make sense to anyone else but you. It might barely make sense to you, but what you can make sense of is this urge inside of you, this yearning to dive in. And even though we know that we don't know anything about what's coming on the other side, even though we are aware that there's so much unknown to taking this chance, we have to do it because we can feel it in our bones. We can feel it in our bones that this is ours, and it feels like that's what's coming your way. They said it over and over and over again. They said they've been sending you lots of crows lately. Your guides have been sending you lots of crows lately. Take them as a good sign, because this is where they're bringing you. This Nine of Pentacles sense of ease, the sense of security and ease and beauty. Sometimes we have to do crazy shit to experience incredible results. And it feels like that's what's coming your way. Okay. Kim, you're here. I didn't save your question, Kim. So if you'd like to leave a new one or the same one, you are welcome to. I'm so happy you're here. Let's see. Mackenzie. I know I saved Mackenzie's. I'm gonna light another incense stick. Rose is my favorite. Only one left. Oh. Just spilled incense all over my table. It's fine. Oh, well. It's time to wash this cloth. Okay. Kim, general reading. Okay, I got you. Let's go ahead and do Kim, and then I'll do Mackenzie's. Edelyn, I have you on my list. That's it. Okay. No reversals. Okay. Ooh. I like this for you. I pulled the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. And it really feels like the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Cups are working together to remind you that like your creativity, your art, your vision really is sacred. Like it is spiritual. It is deeply intertwined with your channel. And they want to encourage you to see it that way more and more. I am not simply creating, I am co-creating with spirit. I am channeling from the universe, from the divine, from the earth, from my guides. I feel like your guides have a lot of inspiration and influence to offer you when it comes to your craft, when it comes to your artisanship. And it would be helpful to reach out to them and ask, like, what are we doing today? What are we making today? When I come over to the King of Pentacles, what this card is telling me is that you take up more space. They really want to encourage you to take up more space. Take up more space. Where can people find you so that they can work with you? How do people figure out who you are? And I feel like word of mouth is really important for you. So I would consider reaching out to people you've already worked with, or maybe people who have been your colleagues or in community with you somehow, colleagues, teachers, friends, peers, neighbors, whomever. It feels like word of mouth is extra important. And also, like, they said email list. Cultivating that type of relationship with your clients through email feels really important. And honestly, more manageable than like trying to build a big social media like Instagram, like post 3 times a day, every day. Do I use photos or do I use reels? Do I need a tripod? Like all of that shit, it's too much. It's too much. And I kind of feel like, you know what else they're showing me? Do I have one? They make these tripods that do I have it in here? No. And where is it? I was going to show you mine. I'm stuck. They make these like tripods that bend like an arm like this, and your phone rests like this, and it does like an overhead shot. And I kind of feel like there's something about those overhead videos of you doing what you're doing anyway, whether it's drawing or painting or just like sketching random ideas. Maybe it's pulling a fucking like pulling a tarot card and getting inspiration from that, or an oracle card and getting inspiration for that. Maybe it's the process of creating your own deck, and it's your spirits that you're channeling for the inspiration for making this thing. Maybe it's a book, not a deck. I don't know, but you're making something. You're making something, and there's something about documenting it from above, because it's not like you have to perform for the camera. You're documenting what you're already doing anyway, and then like sharing little bits of that onto the internet. I don't know if you're uploading them to YouTube or if you're like live streaming them to YouTube. I'm not sure. But or maybe it is to like Instagram. I don't fucking know. But there's something magical about you getting the inspiration from your spirits and you like allowing people to have a little bit of insight on your process behind the scenes. It feels like that's like a big catalyst, a match lighting under, lighting the flame of whatever it is that you're in the process of building. Um, they said you're amazing, Kim. There's more to come. And there's more to come. There's more to come. What else? That's it. Okay. Keep me posted. I'm excited for you, Miss Kim. Okay, let's do Mackenzie. Amber, do I have you on my list, Amber? I wrote a name down that's illegible, and it might be Amber. LOL. Let's see. Oh. Rosalba, I just added you. Paige, I just added you. Amber, I don't have you on my list. Did you contribute on it under a different name, maybe? Let me know. Okay, Mackenzie, really quickly. What am I being invited to know in this moment as it pertains to my job, career, and current romantic relationship? Okay, so for you, Mackenzie, I'm going to pull one card for job, career, and one card for current romantic. Is this it? Yes. Okay. One card for career and one card for relationship. Oh, there's incense everywhere. Are universals? No. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your job, career, I pulled the Justice card. Doo-doo. They're saying what's meant to be yours will be yours. What's meant to be yours will be yours. And it feels like, and like, I don't know the logistics of your job, but it feels like it would be helpful at this time for you to create some sort of like log or list of all of the things that you do. It's not a resume. I don't know what it's for, TBH. I really don't. But they're telling me it would be helpful for you to create this list of like all of the things that fall under your care and your watchful eye and your actions as well when it comes to your work. For whatever reason, this is going to be very helpful for you coming up soon. And they said there's a negotiation coming. And that's why it's important that you do this. And don't sell yourself short. Like, don't look at things on the list and think like, oh, I'll take that off. It's, no. Like, if you do it, if for whatever reason it's in your hands, put it on there. They said the scales are rebalancing soon. When it comes to your current romantic relationship, I pulled the Page of Swords. And what they're telling me is like, to keep clumsily and moving through it with honesty. To keep they're talking about like enjoying some of the awkwardness and silliness of getting to know someone and to not allow yourself to hold back from communicating your needs. They're like, there's no point in that. I think that sometimes when, especially femmes, we're like early on in a relationship, we hold certain things back, and it's like, oh, I'll talk to them about that another time. I'll talk to them about that at another time. And they're like, or like, we don't have another time, basically, is what your spirits are saying. We don't have another time. So there's no need to hold it back. The time is right now. If there's something on your mind, you gotta say it. Even if it's a little bit uncomfy, or you're a little bit unsure, or you're struggling to find the language. And this isn't always like bad things. This doesn't necessarily mean like ominous tones, right? Like this could be fun stuff or tender things that you are feeling inside but are afraid to communicate or aren't sure how to communicate. Just try it. Just try it. Get it out. Don't hold it in, okay? Zoe, I did your general reading earlier, so when the replay is posted, you'll see it. You were the second person I read for because I had saved your comment earlier. Finally, like at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, who tells us, like, you got to take chances, my friend. You have to take chances on yourself. You have to take chances on love. When it comes to your career, if you see an opportunity that's really interesting to you, that's exciting to you, just fucking do it. Who cares if the qualifications don't necessarily match what what you think you've done or what you think you bring to the table? If you in your heart know this is good for me, then go for it. And the same thing with the relationship. If you in your heart know, like, this is good for me, I need to say this, go for it, because we have nothing to lose but time. We have nothing to lose but time. So you might as well say what you feel and do what you want, okay? Have fun. Thank you, Mackenzie. All right, Leah, I think, is next. Let's see. I lost my place. Okay, Leah. Where's Leah's question? It's Christy. Jasmine. Simone. Sonorina. Kara. Leah, I don't see you. All right, Leah, I will email you later. Amber, is it possible you pledged under a different name? Okay, I'm gonna come back to Leah. Jasmine, I just saw Jasmine's. Hi everyone. If you're just joining us and you'd like a reading, you can have one by contributing to the Offerings Oracle Kickstarter campaign. The link is in my bio. Okay. Where'd Jasmine's question go? I just saw it. Cora. Sarah. Anya. Okay. Recently adopted a dog who is challenging you to grow on many levels. What does this connection have to bring me? How do I navigate this period? That's a cute question. Hi, my mom. My mom's here. That's it. Okay. Wait a second. Some of these cards are right side up, and some of them are upside down. It's not going to work. Here we go. All right, Jasmine. What does this connection to your new puppy have to bring you? That's it. Okay. This is really sweet. So I pulled the Four of Pentacles reversed, and this is telling me that you're learning how to be selfless. You are learning how to care for another living being and how to balance tending to your own needs in relationship to caring for the needs of an animal that's entirely dependent on you. And I can tell that it's been challenging for sure because of the card that came up here, the Four of Pentacles when it's upright, is so comfy. All stuck closed together, only dealing with the self. But you are blossoming through this relationship and discovering things about yourself that have always been true, that have always been true. But now you have the opportunity to witness yourself in this capacity. And it's really tender and it's really sweet. And your spirits are really proud of you. They're really proud of you for stepping into this role of like dog parent. It's not easy. The next two cards I think are really interesting. I pulled the High Priestess and the Star. And like the spirits are like, your souls, like that animal is your familiar. Like that dog came into your life at the exact moment they were supposed to come into your life. You two have a very psychic connection. I've always wanted to be a dog psychic. I think I can do it. Sometimes dogs talk to me. You two have a very psychic connection, and I would explore this, honestly. Like, I would spend some time trying to communicate with your dog intuitively, to try to receive messages from your dog psychically. When you ask your dog a question, like, really listen for the answer. Really listen. And I know it sounds silly, but I tell people this story all the time. One time I was in an elevator at this building that I worked at, and we didn't see a lot of animals there, but this dog and their owner jumped in, and the dog's like tail was wagging, and I'm standing in the elevator, and all of a sudden I hear like, elevators are so fun, aren't they? And I look, and the person next to me has earbuds in, the dog owner. So I know it wasn't him. And then I heard it again. Elevators are so fun. And then I looked down and I realized it's the dog. The dog's telling me this. And I feel like you two have that kind of connection. So spend some time like playing around with that because it's really cute. It sounds like a lot of fun. Congratulations on your new dog. Let's see. Thank you, Jasmine. Jesselyn, you are up. Jesselyn. I know I saved your question. I hope I did. Mackenzie, Jasmine. Rosalind, are you still here? Hi, Gabby. I'm pretty sure I have you on my list. Jesselyn, if you're still here, let me know in the comments. Oh, okay. What's your question? Or do you want a general reading? Tell me what you want. Christine, do I have you on my list, Christine? Hold on. Christine, okay. All right. I think after Christine, I might have to call it. You're all welcome to continue donating, LOL. But realistically, I'm not going to be able to keep going after Christine. So, all right, Jesselyn, and everybody who's already on the list, I'm getting to tonight. Stuff post your job is getting pretty clear. Jesselyn, gonna build a tiny house and simplify. Excited, want to work in sustainability somehow. Feels good. I just want any insight on these moves. Yes, that sounds really good for you. Let's see. That's it. Okay. That sounds really good for you, Jesselyn. Honestly, like the energy around this feels like tingly, like effervescent, like the bubbles in champagne. So the cards, are you reading reversals? Yes. Yes. Okay. So I pulled for you the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have this guy coming back again. And the Nine of Swords reversed, which tells me good stuff. So the Four of Pentacles reversed is like this tight feeling of stress, of panic, of what am I going to do next? Who am I if I don't have this? Is starting to release around you, release within you. Your identity is slowly becoming untangled, unknotted from what you've been doing all of these years up to now. You are starting to see who you are meant to be in this world apart from the work that you've been doing all of this time. And that's really exciting. That is really exciting because it's something that so many people never get to experience. So many folks pour so much of themselves into their work that it's hard to separate who they are from it. And when the time comes to move on, there's this panic and fear. And for you, it feels more like melting away, showing like on the inside of this candle, there's this beautiful figurine. And you're the one who's lit the candle, but you're also the magical figurine inside of it as the wax melts away on the sides. The Nine of Swords reversed is telling me that like you're moving into a season of way less stress, of sleeping way better, of feeling really good about yourself and what you're doing and how you're doing it. And they're saying proud of yourself. Proud of yourself. And TBH, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. I feel like eventually this is going to turn into some sort of teaching role, which I feel like may have come up in one of our sessions a while back. But this thing that you're moving into with, tiny living and sustainable living, like what you are learning is going to be something that ultimately you're likely going to feel compelled to share with others. You're going to feel excited about sharing with others. And I think that's really good for you. I love this. I am so excited for you. Please keep me posted on how all of this develops, okay? All right. Jesselyn, Edelyn. All right, you're next. Okay. I know I have Edelyn saved. Or Edelyn, do you want to... Van XT, you can change your question. Will you drop your I think you're Vanessa, right? I'm trying to connect everyone's screen names to their real names. Christine, I got you. Okay. But yeah, you've got time, Vanessa, if you want to change your reading. Jasmine, you're here. I'm so happy. And the dog is mellow. That's cute. Okay, Edelyn. I think I saved your question from earlier. Yeah, Vanessa, drop your new question if you want. Whatever you want. Here we go. What do you need to know here? Okay, you got it. That's it. Okay. It's a fast shuffle. Are you reading reversals? No. Okay. All right, my dear Edelyn, for you, I pulled the 9 of Swords, the Hierophant, and Temperance. And it feels like you've been going through a tough time, my friend. Oof. Like a bit of a struggle. I'm feeling a lot of like sorrow. Inexplicable sorrow. And this feeling of like barely treading water. They're saying this darkness is not eternal, my love. Edelyn, I've never read for you before, so I don't really know a lot about you or whether or not you have a spiritual practice, but it really feels like you are being called to cultivate some sort of spiritual discipline. And there's a reason that they gave you the Hierophant and not the High Priestess. Like, you need a mentor. You need an elder. You need the structure of some sort of established spiritual practice, whether it is something like espiritismo, or which is a spiritual science, really, or it's something else that appeals more to you and your unique ancestry and personhood. But like, you're very gifted spiritually. They're saying very gifted spiritually. You're very gifted spiritually, and this is not something that's unusual for extremely psychically and spiritually sensitive folks to find themselves in like deeply depressive episodes, like to find ourselves feeling like we are drowning in existence. It's why a lot of psychically and spiritually sensitive folks turn to alcohol and drugs. Like, I was one of those people. It's something that I've talked to my mentor Chiron about, how there's so many psychic and spiritually sensitive people who never make it out of the other side of that feeling, of that experience. And it feels like some good spiritual discipline, not something that you make up on your own, though you can start making something up on your own now to help you. But I think like it's okay to turn to the teachings of others to like get right with ourselves. And I mean, you know, it doesn't. Got it. I was going to say it doesn't matter what the spiritual practice is, but that's not true, because there are so many weird, wonky, new age situations out there that aren't so much spiritual science as they are cults or bullshit. So I'm not going to say it doesn't matter what you choose. It does matter what you choose, because you need the type of guidance that is going to support you, not oppress you. You need the type of guidance and structure that's going to help you bloom, not keep you hidden and keep you down and keep you small and keep you chasing. The kind of discipline that is going to encourage you and challenge you in the right ways. On the bottom of the deck, I don't even know what I pulled. Can I open my eyes? Yes, yes. On the bottom of the deck, I pulled Temperance. And it feels like spiritual baths are very supportive to you right now. A good saltwater bath, a nice baño blanco would be really helpful. Even like a cold shower once a day. That shock to the system that the cold shower gives you, that is cleansing, that is clearing, and it helps release. My kids say it takes the devils off their backs, the little devils off their backs. And it does, like, it works. So I encourage you to start playing around with water as a cleansing element and as an elemental spirit and ally and friend while you are seeking out some sort of teacher or mentor or guide to help you. I also feel that Archangel Raphael is close to you. And if you don't know who to turn to him for help, okay? Sean Michael, hi. All right, let's see who's next. Cynthia. Cynthia. Midoriya, I have you on my list. I can read your name, LOL. Okay. I know I just saw Cynthia. Hold on. Here we go. Cynthia wants to know about their guides and who the guides are. Yes. Okay. I got you. Let's see who comes through. Not yet. Okay. That's it. Okay. Got it. The first guide coming through is a child spirit. A little boy. Stanley. Stanley's very sweet. Very shy. Very clever. He might be quiet, but he's observant. He pays attention to everything that's going on in the world around him. He's kind of got like a Harriet the Spy vibe, but not sassy the way Harriet is. Like some of the things Harriet says, he would never. He's like, that's because I'm POC. Like, I would never talk to adults. I would talk to adults that way. Yeah. Yes. He said he grew up in the late 50s. Suburbs. It felt like a small town. Feels like it might have been a suburb outside of Los Angeles. He loves comic books. And he creates his own. And he's really here to help you like tap into your own creativity, to tell your own stories, to make your own superheroes, to create your own villains. He thinks you're really nice and pretty. And he hopes you two can create comic books together soon. He says you look like his big sister. He thinks that's why he's with you. Yes. He says, that's all for now. Talk to you soon. Okay? And then I saw like the spiral cord of a house phone, the like extra long cord, so you can walk with the house phone. Yes. Oh, he's gone. Drink water. Okay. Drink water. That's tea. Cool. So your child guide came through. Most courts have a child guide. They connect us to our innocence and our playfulness. So let's see. Someone named Jay. Who's Jay? I don't have any questions from Jay. Next is Simone. I know I have Simone's question. Simone wants a general reading. All right, Simone. Oh, it's so fun that more people are coming to YouTube. I love that. That makes me happy. Edlin, you're here for the reading. That makes me happy. Are we doing personals? No. Okay. So for you, Simone, I pulled the Page of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Chariot. This is fun. What they're telling me is they said you're being called to follow your feet. to allow your spirit and your inspiration to guide you. They said you have such an incredible way with words. And this is not something you should dismiss. You should dismiss. Like, Simone, you're a storyteller. You are a storyteller. And you already have the gift of having a way with words. Now is the time to begin cultivating what you are inspired to talk about, what it is you are inspired to share about. What stories do you wish you had? And how can you begin sharing those stories yourself? On the bottom of the deck, I see the Chariot, which tells me that like leaning in to this process is going to be really exciting. Things are going to start moving really quickly once you give this a chance. So I encourage you to start playing around with writing stories. And maybe, it's a novella, maybe it's a novel, maybe it's a graphic novel, maybe it's a zine, maybe it's a song or a poem. Like, you are at a time where you, in the page, get to play around with how it is you use this incredible gift of language. So have fucking fun with it, because if it's not fun, it's not for you when it comes to this particular gift. This is not something that they want you to feel is a burden. This is not something they want you to grow tiresome of. This is something that needs to stay special and fresh and exciting for you. So don't feel like you need to be niched into any one whole. I'm also seeing lots of visuals. I don't know if it's like a storyboard or if it's a Pinterest board or a collage, but like, you have an important voice that was made to share with others. They're also talking about like oral tradition and the importance of oral tradition and how like your gift plays a role in the legacy of oral tradition. So start spending more time playing around in this space, okay? Hawks also seem really important for you. Bring you messages. Hawks bring you messages. I see the big birds on 2 different cards here, so keep your eyes peeled for them. Thank you, Simone. Let's see who's next. I still don't know who Princess Ya is. I'm going to go to Gabby. Gabby. General reading. You got it. That's it. Okay. Are universals? No. All right. So for you, Gabby, I pulled the King of Swords and the 3 of Cups. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Wands. Got it. I don't know if we've talked about this before, but they're telling me that they really want to encourage you to start stepping up as an authority on whatever it is you know you're good at. Whatever it is you're good at. And maybe you're good at it, but you're like, oh, I'm not good enough to like teach other people things or like talk about it, but why not? There's something about your unique perspective on the things that you're good at that people want and need to hear, that community will embrace in receiving that wisdom, that knowledge, that technique from you instead of anyone else. You have a very unique vision and perspective on what it is that is your thing. And people want it from you, is what they're saying. People want it from you. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Wands, which tells me that, like, there are really so many incredible opportunities that can come from you figuring out, like, what your angle is as an authority on the thing that you're good at. They said it again, so many opportunities that can come from this. If you look at this card, you can see at the top there's like a shooting star. And I also think it's important that it's night. It feels like something has ended, a chapter has ended, and that's why this card at night is showing up. But that shooting star is telling us that from this ending, like, you are able to cultivate something that is exciting and yours, and that is worth, spending one of your wishes on. And so I would start to sit down and think about, like, what are my wishes? What are my dreams? What are my desires? And how do the things that I've learned, the things that I've come to understand, the skills that I've acquired, how can they support this wish, this dream? Because it feels very much worth pursuing. It feels very much worth pursuing. And it feels like they're saying people are really going to get you. They're really going to get you. So don't hold back. Don't hold back. You have important things to share. So allow yourself, be brave, and allow yourself the opportunity to do so. Maybe it starts in small spaces and gets bigger and bigger. But in those small spaces, that's where you're going to cultivate your courage and your confidence in yourself. And it's well worth it. It's well worth it. Thank you, Gabby. Okay, Sunarina. Let's see. Oops, go back. Just saw it. Hi, everyone. If you're having a hard time hearing me, you can tune in on YouTube. The sound is much better. I'm at Moonshadows TV on YouTube. Okay, Sunarina, I would love to have some clarity on current workplace issues, how to move forward with my art practice. Okay, so I'm going to pull one for workplace issues and one for art practice. For Sunarina. Yes, that's it. Okay. All right. When it comes to your art practice, because that's what I want to start with, because it's the fun one. I pulled the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. And what they're telling me is, like, the only person standing in your way is you. You have the things you need to move forward with your art practice. It's already all around you. It's already in your house. It's already in the bottom of your purse. It's already in the bottom of that. It's already inside of that drawer, that closet, that box of random stuff that you have sitting in your house somewhere. You already have everything you need. And it's a matter of taking those first steps, allowing yourself the space to be creative. They're like, there's nothing standing in your way. There's nothing standing in your way. Finding the time when we work full time can definitely be a bit of a struggle. But beyond that, it feels like the spirit's like, no, we know. It's not, it feels, we know that, like, you have the stuff. You have the ability and you have the tools. to deepen yourself in your artistic practice. So just do it, Nike. Just do it. And maybe it's just a little bit every day. Maybe some days it's coming up with concepts and ideas. Maybe other days it's experimenting and playing. And other days it's chipping away at a bigger project. But something that I think is important for all artists and creatives to remember is that, like, we need space to just kind of fuck around a little bit. So many of our most brilliant ideas and projects really come from that place of just playing around, of not taking things too seriously and experimenting. That's when we make our greatest discoveries and create our greatest monuments, is in those moments when we are playing, when we are experimenting. Also, like discovering things by accident seems really important. Discovering things by accident. Um, they also want you to not be so hard on yourself when it comes to, like, am I successful at this? Am I successful at this? Um, does it make you feel good when you're making it? Okay. Like, that's the priority right now. That's the priority right now. When it comes to workplace, I pulled the Nine of Wands, and they're saying, like, watch your back. I think it would behoove you to do a little protection magic when you're at work, whether it's carrying black tourmaline on you or some hematite in your pocket. It's doing protective visualizations before you go into your workspace. If you have the kind of space that you can decorate, having a little cactus, a little pokey plant as a guardian in your space, enchanting your space, cleansing it wherever it is that you work, even if it's just with visualizations. If you can't have stuff or use stuff there, using light in your mind's eye to cleanse the space, creating energetic boundaries around you will be really helpful. And also, like, depending on the situation, you might want to engage in some domination magic. Always do divination with your spirits first to determine whether or not a type of magical working is appropriate for your situation, but it definitely feels like you've got some heat on you. So it might be helpful. Ask your guides, like, is domination magic what I should do? Or should I stick to just protective magic? Should I look to finding a different opportunity? Because it definitely feels like uncomfy, like it's hot in there and not in the fun way. I see on the bottom of the deck with this Two of Pentacles that you're struggling with balancing, like, who you are as an artist and the need to, pay bills, live, survive. It's hard. It's a constant struggle. It really is. It fucking sucks that we all exist under capitalism and just can't be our little creative human selves doing what the gods intended us to do all the time. And I look forward to that version of the world. Maybe I'll get to reincarnate in it. But for now, like, be gentle with yourself, use the time that you do have to be creative to do that. Sometimes you're not going to be creative at all. You're just going to rest. And resting is part of the process of being an artist. You can't create when you're run down. And I think that sometimes when we find ourselves in seasons of needing rest, you'll be like, oh, but I could be doing this instead. I could be painting or working on this or coming up with ideas instead. And it's like, no, your body says you need to chill out and rest instead. But at the end of the day, like, when it comes to your artistic practice, they're like, just do it. Again, just do it. And the little bits of time you have, those little pockets of space that you have, just do it. And you will find that it develops organically. All right. Thank you, Senorina. There is a crackling noise. It's annoying. It's an Instagram thing. You can find me on YouTube at Moonshadows TV. The sound is great there. It's like an Instagram issue. You're welcome, Gabby. Okay, so let's see. Who's next? We did that one. Did that one. Did that one. Did that. Got Kaitlyn. Got Zoe. Got Simone. Just did Centerina. Cora is next. Okay. Cora would like a general reading. You got it. That's it. Okay. Are we reading reversals? No. Okay. Cora, for you, I pulled the Lovers and the Six of Pentacles. On YouTube, I'm Moon Shadows TV. I'm dropping it in the comments. Okay. Let's get back to it. All right, so for Cora, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. I do think it's interesting that we have two sixes here. I love a good pattern. Here's what they're telling me. This Lover's card is really an invitation for self-acceptance. For giving space to the shadowy sides of yourself, the icky parts of yourself, the maybe shameful parts of yourself that are still part of you. Giving them space to be expressed, to be shown tenderness, to be shown love, to be shown acceptance, to be shown acceptance. So often, the things that we as adults put shame around when it comes to us, like our stuff, usually those are things that other people in our lives have made us feel are shameful. And that doesn't necessarily mean that those things are necessarily bad or wrong. Just means that someone at some point in your life, whether it was on purpose or in passing or through even like media influence, has made you feel like this part of me is yuck. This part of me is cringe. This part of me is shameful. And it definitely seems like you are being invited to explore those parts of you that have been kind of like pushed down. You try to ignore, you try to hide even or mask. And they're like, give us some love too. Please. Give us some love too, please. Because there's this feeling of sorrow and longing. And a lot of this feeling is wrapped up in this need for self-acceptance, for loving all of the parts of you. And the truth is, like, every part of us exists for a reason and can be channeled for the forces of good or the forces of evil. They can be channeled in our highest interest, our best interest, and they can be channeled in ways that work against us and are self-sabotaging. Um, I have control issues, which is probably why I loved being an addict so much when I was active in my addiction. But now I channel that into being obsessed about making the best possible school lunches I can make for my kids. And I'm not like one of those people who's like a health nut. I just want to be fucking cute and something they'll eat. And like I'm obsessed with making sure that there's always clean socks and underwear. And I am like I have found new ways to I dive into things that are really interesting to me and have to learn about them obsessively, and it really feeds that part of myself that loved like shoving drugs up my nose all of the time. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, like that little shadowy part of me is really entertained and happy redirecting its energy at all of these other things. And it's a comforting feeling to know that these parts of myself that have been self destructive can also be a part of me that are really helpful. So it feels like that's the kind of journey that you're on right now is unearthing those parts of yourself that have been buried deep, that you've been made to feel are bad or wrong, or that you've experienced as self sabotaging, and to see the ways that they can be supportive to you instead. I know the audio is so bad. If you watch on YouTube, the audio is better. Sound is better on YouTube. I can't fix it. You are helping. I love you. All right. Thank you, Cora. Midori is next. Let me pull up yours, Midori. I feel like you might have been in the comments tonight, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Midori just contributed, and my question is around how to stabilize my income in a big period of transition and shifts. Okay, you got it. Did I read for Mari? Mari, did I read for you already? I think you're still here. Let me know. All right, so for Midori, we're talking about stabilizing income. That's it. Okay. Mari, let me know what you'd like me to read on, and I'll read for you. Are reading reversals? No. Okay. Are these the right cards? Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, Midori, for you, I pulled the King of Swords, the World, and the Four of Swords. And like at risk of sounding like one of those passive income bros, I feel like you're supposed to develop something that can be sold without you having to be present there. I'm not sure if you're creative or what it is that you do. I don't know if you make products or provide services, but it feels like you're being called to channel like your expertise in what it is that you do into something that can bring in income without you having to be physically present there. Kind of like what I'm trying to do with Offerings Oracle. It's a way for me to offer connection to spirit and relationship with spirit without me facilitating a reading every single time, which I love doing. But there's only one of me, and there's only 24 hours in a day. And Lord knows I'm going to die eventually. Can't do this forever. So we have to think of other ways to support ourselves. And here's the thing, this is something that's going to take you some time to develop. The idea might come quickly, but putting it all together is going to take a little bit of time. With that said, it's going to be worth it. All of these mountains in the background, plus the world, tell me that this is the type of thing that's going to bring stability. This is the type of thing that's going to bring stability. Now, as you get further down the line, or what do they want me to say? Got it. And 3 questions they want you to keep in mind while you're creating whatever this is who is it for? Why did you make it? And why is it exciting? Why is it exciting to you? All right. I can't wait to see what you create. And like it could be prints of stuff that you've already painted. I don't know. I don't know what you do, but something that you don't have to keep showing up for over and over and over again. Okay, let's see. You submitted under Novia. Okay. I think I read for you on Saturday, Novia. Yeah, I did your reading on Saturday. The replay is posted on IG and on YouTube. The sound on YouTube will probably be better. Okay. Next, Mari. We did Midori. Okay. Mari, what career to pursue? Social justice geared and currently a legal assistant. Don't want to be a lawyer, but also related to spirit. Okay. Mari, take a deep breath for me, please. Okay. I'm hearing over and over again, like, why can't you be a spiritual practitioner? And like, look, this isn't something that you can go on LinkedIn and find a consistently salaried job with healthcare doing. It is certainly not the type of work that can provide that kind of stability. But TBH, it feels like it's something that down the line, like, is for you. It really does. And we change the world when we change ourselves. We change the world when we change ourselves. And as spiritual practitioners, we hold this responsibility in our hands to not only do the work to change ourselves, but to channel in such a way that we inspire others to want to be better versions of themselves as well, to want to be better siblings of other human beings, plant beings, earthlings in general. Um, there is there's something calling to you in spiritual work. There really is. And I know that doesn't solve your right now problem because it's the type of thing that like takes time to discover. Like what kind of practitioner am I? What things am I interested in? What do I like doing? What am I good at? This is definitely more of like a long-term type of goal, which is cool. When it comes to what should you pursue now? What should you pursue now? Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want because ultimately, I don't think it's going to be the last job you ever have. I think that whatever you spend time learning about and doing work in an industry for, like all of those things are going to ultimately be helpful to you when you finally do decide to become like a spiritual practitioner. I think all of the things that you learn as you take different jobs and take different classes are ultimately in some way going to support you when you become like a spiritual practitioner. And I'm really excited for you because you are gifted in the spirit, Mari, and you know this. You know this. And discovering how your gifts are meant to be shared with others is something that I would keep in your heart and at the back of your mind. Okay? All right, my friend. All right, let's see. Who's next? It's weird. Okay. Let's look at this. I got Mari, Vanessa. Okay. Let me find Vanessa. Yeah, Rosalva, type in your question on YouTube for me. Thank you. That would be amazing. I'm looking for Vanessa's question. I have it saved somewhere. Christy, Maya, Anna. Oh wait, I think Vanessa left hers in a comment. Oh, I just put my arm in the incense. All right, I think Vanessa left a question over here. Dun, dun, dun. Here you are. Okay. Get to know spirit guides. Okay, I got you. For Vanessa. That's it. Okay. All right. The spirit that's come through for you, Vanessa, is a maternal spirit. Are you a guide or an ancestor? Guide. Her name's Jacqueline. She's a mother, a midwife, a healer. She works with plants, herbs, tea, soup, a lot of healing through food, a lot of healing through the foods that we eat. Yes. She's here to help you take care of yourself. Yes. She's here to nurture you, to take some of the burden of humaning off of your shoulders and help you with it. For me, like, my maternal spirits are constantly the ones who are like, drink water, sit down, you need to eat something. No, you're going to eat something right now. And I appreciate that so much because as a neurodivergent person, as a busy mom, and just as someone who's always struggled with food stuff in general, I really appreciate that my guides are so helpful. My maternal guides are so helpful when it comes to this stuff that should be like, in my brain, I'm like, this should be basic. Like, this should be stuff that humans just know how to do. But for whatever reason, I struggle with doing it. And this particular spirit, Jacqueline, is here to help you with exactly that type of stuff. They're also here to be a confidant for you, the type of person that you can turn to, talk about your problems, talk about your days, talk about your successes, your joys, as much as you're there to talk about your struggles, and really there to help you as you are speaking about the things that are going on in your life, come up with solutions, or to see that, like, sometimes there isn't a solution. Sometimes what we just need is to get it off of our chest and to realize things in certain situations are beyond our control, and that's okay. To figure out the stuff that is within our control and to act upon that instead. Jacqueline is very warm, she's very tender, and she very much is associated with water. Cool. All right. Thank you, Vanessa. I think there's Soul, someone named Soul. I think Soul might have left their question on the Instagram. Let's see. Thank you, Mari. I didn't know you contributed. Thank you. Different Mari, not Maria, Mari, LOL. I'm just trying to find Soul's question. Or maybe you didn't leave one. Maybe you just donated. In which case, thank you. Okay, so then Rosalva is up next, then Paige, then Christine. And if you're on now and you haven't heard your name yet, it's because I probably already read for you. Ooh, gotta move my knee. It hurts. All right, Rosalva. Made a mistake at work and looking for insight on the fallout. Am I taking the situation the right way? Is my response adequate? Do I need to apologize? Okay. Is this it? Yes. Yes. Okay. Am I taking it the right way? Is my response adequate? Do I need to apologize? All right. Are we doing reversals? No. So, I pulled some interesting cards for you, Rosalva. I pulled the Empress, the Six of Swords, and the Tower. The Empress is telling me that, like, you've handled this as best you can. You've done the things that you need to do. You have received this situation for what it is. And TBH, I kind of feel like in some weird way, this is a blessing in disguise. Because especially when I look at the Six of Swords, which is like carrying you off to a new destination. I see the Tower, which is like, it kind of feels like whatever's going on at work, it's bigger than you and bigger than your mistake. It's bigger than you and bigger than your mistake. And I think ultimately, like, you're going to end up better off. They are encouraging you, if you're not already, to start looking for other opportunities. They're telling me that you have the experience, the knowledge, and the ability to take yourself somewhere else and be better respected. They said better respected. They said you did a good job of owning your mistake. They said we don't know that you need to apologize so much as remain truthful. Remain truthful to yourself and to the others around you where it matters. But honestly, it feels like there's something better for you. It feels like there's something better for you. And like sometimes this is how it happens. Sometimes a mistake is the catalyst for a blessing. I've made plenty of mistakes at work. And they were certainly catalysts for opportunities that were better for me and led me to the next thing. And it certainly feels like your spirits are guiding you to the next thing. So if I were you, I would spend some time at your altar with your guides talking about, like, what do you want next? What do you see for yourself next? How do you want to feel when you're at work? What kinds of things do you want to be responsible for? How much time do you want to spend there? How much time off do you want? How much money do you want to make? Start talking to your spirits about what being employed could ideally look like and feel like for you so that they can start helping you to arrive at that next place. Okay? Your spirits also want you to know that, like, they're not mad at you. I don't know if that's something you were worried about, but like they're not mad at you and they want to make sure that you know that. Okay. Paige. I think Paige's question was over here. It's your birthday, Vanessa. Happy birthday. I love an Aries. Or did Paige just donate and not want a reading? Let's see. Hi, Carla. Thank you, Carla. Just double checking the comments over here. All right. I don't see Paige's question. So then, Christine, you're up. All right, Christine, I know I saw you just a moment ago. Christine. Did anyone else see the Phantom of the Opera when they were absolutely too young to see it? And then become obsessed with it? Christine wants a general reading. Okay, cool. You got it. Is that it? No. That's it. Okay. Ooh. All right. So Christine, for you, I pulled. Are we doing reversals? No. Okay. I pulled the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands and the High Priestess. Show them over here for everyone on this side of the room. I've never read for you before, so I don't know what's going on in your life and your world, but it certainly feels like someone's coming back from your past. Someone's coming back from your past, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I feel like Mercury retrograde is coming up soon, so like stay tuned. Someone is coming back from your past, and it is going to be something that is worth celebrating. The Four of Wands is a card of blessed unions, of moments in which we celebrate with community around us and eyes lovingly upon us. It could be a rite of passage. It could be a birthday party. It could be a wedding. In this version, they're going around the maypole, which is cool because it's spring. Oh, fuck. When is Mercury retrograde? Let's Google it right now. 2023. April 21st to May 14th is Mercury retrograde. Okay. This person is coming back around like that time. Like, what is that? Fucking belting. What is it? What is it? When do we do the maypole dance? May 1st. Pentecost. Oh shit. Okay, so it's coming up. It's coming up. Right in the middle of that Mercury retrograde. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. On the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess, which tells me that whomever this person is, you're already starting to feel them like psychically reaching out to you at this time. And maybe they're like coming up in dreams. Maybe for whatever reason, you're having like memories about them surfacing and you're like, oh, what is that about? And it's like, they're coming. That's what it's about. They're coming. So let us know how it goes because I'm nosy and extremely intrigued and interested and would love to hear more about it. So I'm excited for you, Christine. I can't wait to hear all about it. Enjoy this Mercury retrograde season. Be sure to take it slow so that you don't miss anything because there's something here that is well worth like revisiting. So enjoy, have fun. All right, Christine marks the end of readings tonight. We are now 97% funded, $17,578. We are so fucking close, my friends. $422 away from being fully funded. We have, I think, how much time? 55 hours left on this campaign. So I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's contributed, to everybody who has shared and reshared and told their friends, and the people that actually told their moms when I said that. Love you. Love you, because your moms have come through for me. Thank your mom for me. All right, my dears, it is in love that I received you and your spirits in this circle, and it is in love that I return your energy and your spirits to you now. Good night. Bye.